back to Clair de Lune from scratch. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can learn the rest of measure 33. Okay, so we have here let's go ahead and just kind of recopy the whole measure as a complete measure. Okay, here we go. Copy that. Move that down here. Let's go to a new page. Okay. Actually, before we do this, just kind of quickly review, if you don't mind, right from here. I just want you to see how, just to review again where we are. G flat on top. We have the octave shape here. Move position. Hand over. Okay, remember we have the two G flats that we have to be careful not to get in each other's way there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to a new page. Burp. Make sure you cut that out. And let's paste that over here. Let's go ahead and get to work on this thing. Okay, so we've learned the big first portion of this. Let's go ahead and just get started right away over here. Just to remind us, we are now in the G clef over here with our left hand notes. So let's just go ahead, since I've just outlined that. Let me just show you what these notes are. So G flat over here, right? Right below that is F. Okay, F, E. Now D, now take a look at this. Okay, if you remember this symbol over here, this is a natural. So the D flat, that's part of the key signature, is removed temporarily. Okay, and we're going to now go on to the next note. Let's just follow it up. It's E flat over here. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Now, let's take a look at the right hand notes. If you recall, the top G flat over here is tied. So we don't need to play that first note. Okay, we were using a fifth finger on the G flat over here. Okay, we had a G flat. Let me just change colors here. We had a G flat here, okay, and a B flat here. If you recall, we're using our 1 and 2 to play those two. Okay. Okay. Now, if you just quickly eyeball what's happening next, take a look at this. G flat and B flat. Those two notes are going to be repeated throughout the rest of the measure in the right hand. So our job is mostly done. We know what those two notes are going to be for the remainder of the measure. So all that's left for us to do is to figure out the top notes. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We had a G flat, got straight lines over here. Follow this down, G flat, F over here. Again, notice we have another natural. It's a D natural over here. Okay, the natural symbol takes away the wrong color. I like to use this one. Okay, the D from the D flat key signature, and then moving back up to E flat over here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same 1, 2 in the G flat and B flat, okay? So all that's left for us to do is to kind of finger the rest of the notes over here, okay? So what I want to do is I want to see if I can, so let's do this. We're going to reposition our hand, okay, so that for our fifth finger, we're going to move our fifth finger again to here, to the F, and then we're going to use a fourth finger on the D natural over here. Okay, and then after that, we're going to move back up to a fifth finger over here. I hope you can see that. I'm going to just redo this one more time, just because the colors are not as contrasting as I'd like them to be. So one more time. So again, fifth finger over here, fourth finger over here, a fifth finger over here. Okay. So after the tie, you don't have to worry about holding this through because the pedal will help you. Move your fifth finger down. Now if you notice, these top notes, okay, we have kind of double sets of stems. We have some notes with stems going down, other notes with stems going up. Just in general, the notes with the stems going up are part of the melody notes over here. Okay, in this, we've talked about this before. You're playing basically two parts in one hand. The melody part on the top, and then the kind of the accompanying figure on the bottom. Okay, so what's going to happen over here? You'll notice that these top notes not only have stems going up, but also have dots. Okay, and dots, when they're placed horizontally adjacent to the note, they add 50% of its value. It sounds complicated, but basically it just means it's a longer note. So as much as you can, you want to try to hold this through. Don't worry about the first G flat over here. We don't need to hold that because, again, the pedal is going to help us. But for here, if you can, hold as long as you can. And that'll give this sense that we have two voices doing two different things. One's sustaining and singing across the top, the other is just kind of flowing underneath, okay? So it's a beautiful effect. Now, left hand, let's just go ahead and figure out, we've just ended up on a second finger in the left hand over here, okay? You kind of have to hop off of that, remember, because we're fighting against another G flat immediately after that. Remember that? So what we're going to do is you're going to hop off, and then you're going to move to a 1 over here on the F, and a 3 for the D natural, and then a 2 for the E flat. Okay, pretty simple, okay? So let's do the whole thing together. Move to the hand position, come up to here. Now there are a couple of pedaling options. Let me give you the easy one first, and then I'll give you something that's a little bit more advanced if you'd like to give that a try. The easy one would be simply, we have the pedal at the beginning of the measure. Hold the pedal through, and you can just change it one time over here if you like. Okay? The other option is just to hold the pedal for the remainder of the measure if you like. But let's do it one time with changing the pedal one time towards, just to kind of keep things a little, well, let's do this kind of a color, just to keep things a little cleaner. So this is what it's going to sound like. Hold the pedal. You can change the pedal just to kind of keep things a little cleaner as we move on, okay? If you want, the other option is to add a few extra cleanup pedals here and here, because so these notes do blend and blur an awful lot. So if you want a cleaner texture, change your pedal more often. Now watch where this happens, okay? Slowly. I am going to hold the pedal through here. Now change, 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 okay? You'll notice that the left hand also has those dots next to those notes, okay? And again, it just means that you try to hold these as long as possible. Beautiful effect, okay? But the other advantage of holding the notes is that it gives your foot time to change without having a hiccup in sound, okay? So one last time, we'll smoothly through, kind of up to speed, okay? Okay, or the simple pedal option. Yet another option, if you want, again, you know, use your ear, do what you think you enjoy the best. Another one is to kind of hold the pedal through and then just change the last two. Sorry to be giving you so many crazy options. I'm like a chef that has too many ingredients to play with. Change, change, okay? This last one is actually my personal preference, but you know, again, play around with it, see how clean you like it, how dirty you like it. You know, some people like, well, anyway, you know, some people like to have the blend, the muddiness they enjoy. Other people want a cleaner texture. Really, it's up to you. So have fun experimenting and trying things out, and I'll see you at the next lesson.